The drink world has witnessed countless beverages rise and fade. Once celebrated sodas, juices, beers, and energy drinks were promoted, savored, and then vanished. Each had a unique tale of flavors, marketing, and decline, some ahead of their time, others outpaced by rivals. How many of these iconic drinks do you remember, and will their stories ever be revived? So today, join us as we look back at these 20 famous beverages that have faded into history.
Ich bin Red Bull Cola. Ich bin kein Energy Drink. Ich bin 100% pures Cola.
Red Bull Cola. Red Bull Cola was launched in the late 1980s, aiming to build on Red Bull's energy drink success with a cola twist. Unlike traditional energy drinks, it didn't contain the usual caffeine or taurine, but had a more natural formula. It was initially popular among Red Bull fans and sold worldwide, including Europe and the United States. Depending on the location, a can typically cost around $2 to $3. However, its fate took a turn in 2009 when Germany banned Red Bull Cola after discovering trace amounts of cocaine in it.
On this morning's Health Watch, Red Bull Cola, the popular caffeine drink, has been banned in Germany this morning after tests found traces of cocaine.
The shocking news quickly spread, leading to a decline in sales and eventual discontinuation. Despite efforts to reassure customers, the ban impacted the cola's reputation and it disappeared from the market soon after. As Red Bull Cola faced an unexpected setback due to a shocking ingredient discovery, many wondered what the future held for unique and experimental drinks. How did another quirky beverage, Lifesaver Soda, fare during its brief stint in the 1980s? Lifesaver Soda. Lifesaver Soda was an experimental drink introduced in the 1980s, designed to mimic the sweet and fruity flavors of the well-known Lifesavers candy. It was tested in select markets in the United States, aiming to appeal to those who love the iconic candies. The soda came in various bright and colorful flavors, reflecting the different Lifesavers flavors such as cherry and lime. Lifesaver Soda created a buzz during the test period, particularly among those who grew up enjoying the candy. A soda can was priced similarly to other soft drinks, around $1. However, despite initial interest, the soda only saw a partial national launch. The limited appeal and competitive soft drink market led to its discontinuation before reaching a broader audience. Ultimately, Lifesaver Soda became a nostalgic footnote in the history of novelty beverages.
Billy Beer!
Billy Beer. Billy Beer was launched in 1977, a product of the spotlight on Billy Carter, the colorful and often controversial brother of then-President Jimmy Carter. The beer was meant to capitalize on Billy's public persona, appealing to people who enjoyed his down-to-earth and humorous style. It was brewed by multiple breweries across the United States, aiming for a light, drinkable beer that would be popular among the working class. When it hit store shelves, a six-pack of Billy Beer generally cost around $2, which was competitive with other beers. Individual cans might have been priced between 30 to 40 cents. At launch, Billy Beer attracted attention due to its namesake's association with the White House, creating a curiosity factor. It was sold nationwide and was priced competitively, typically slightly lower than other mainstream beers. However, the novelty quickly wore off and sales declined as Billy's public image became more controversial. By 1978, the hype had faded and Billy Beer was discontinued. Hubba Bubba Soda. Hubba Bubba Soda, introduced in the 1980s, was inspired by the famous bubblegum of the same name and is known for its sweet, candy-like flavor. The soda aimed to bring the fun and nostalgia of chewing gum into a drinkable form. It was sold across the United States in bright pink cans with a price similar to other sodas at the time, typically around $1. The unique bubblegum taste drew curiosity, especially among children and teenagers who already loved Hubba Bubba gum. However, the soda had a niche appeal and needed to find lasting success. Its overly sweet flavor made it more of a novelty than an everyday beverage. By the late 1980s, Hubba Bubba Soda had faded from the market, leaving behind a brief burst of bubblegum-flavored fun in soda history. The sweetness of Hubba Bubba soda captured the imaginations of 80s kids, and another unique beverage was on the horizon. So let's dive into Orbit's curious story. Orbit's. Orbit's was a unique non-carbonated beverage launched in 1997, known for its eye-catching appearance. It featured small floating balls of edible gelatin suspended in the fruit-flavored drink, creating a captivating visual effect. Orbit's came in various bright colors and flavors like raspberry citrus and blueberry melon, offering a playful twist on typical soft drinks. Initially, Orbit's created a buzz among consumers intrigued by its distinct look, drawing comparisons to a lava lamp. It was sold in the United States and Canada, costing about $1.50 to $2 per bottle. Despite its initial novelty, the excitement lasted only a short time. The unusual texture and taste divided opinions, with many finding it too gimmicky. Orbit's was discontinued by 1998, fading into beverage history after its brief stint on the market. Today it's remembered as a quirky experiment that caught attention but couldn't maintain a lasting appeal.
Of original New York Seltzer are sold. Enter now for your chance to go to New York City. Now more than ever, the choice is clear. Original New York Seltzer.
New York Seltzer. New York Seltzer was a sparkling beverage that gained popularity in the 1980s for its unique and fun flavors. It was launched in 1981 by the father and son team, Alan and Randy Miller. The drink stood out because it was non-alcoholic, caffeine-free, and offered in various flavors, including black cherry, raspberry, and root beer. New York Seltzer became a hit, appealing to people looking for a refreshing alternative to traditional sodas. The drink was widely sold across the United States and priced similarly to other soft drinks, around $1.50 to $2 per bottle. However, despite its early success, New York Seltzer needed help to keep up with the changing trends and consumer tastes. It vanished from the market by the early 1990s, fading into memory. Sips Juice Boxes. Sips Juice Boxes were a beloved beverage choice for children in the 1980s, often seen in school lunchboxes. These compact juice boxes came in various fruity flavors like orange, grape, and apple, making them a favorite among kids and convenient for parents. They were sold across the United States in grocery stores and convenience stores, typically in packs of 6 or more, with each juice box costing around 30 to 50 cents. Sips juice boxes gained popularity due to their colorful packaging and handy size, which makes them ideal for school lunches and on-the-go snacks. However, as the 1990s progressed, new juice brands and changing consumer preferences led to a decline in their presence. Sips eventually disappeared from the market, fading into nostalgia and other classic 1980s children's products. While no longer a common sight, Sips Juice Box's memory still brings nostalgia to those who grew up enjoying them. Jolt Cola. Jolt Cola burst onto the scene in 1985, targeting those seeking an extra caffeine kick. Marketed as the maximum caffeine soda, Jolt Cola quickly gained a following among college students, night owls, and anyone who needed a late-night boost. With twice the caffeine content of a regular cola, it became known for its jolt of energy, as the name suggests. Jolt was sold widely across the United States, available in grocery stores and vending machines, with a price typically in line with other soft drinks, around $1 to $2 per can. Jolt Cola's high caffeine content initially made it a popular choice, but concerns about health risk and changing consumer taste led to its decline. By the early 2000s, Jolt Cola began to fade from the market, unable to compete with the growing energy drink segment. It attempted to come back in 2005 with a new look and different flavors, but this revival was short-lived. Although it had reappeared in limited releases, Jolt Cola has become a rare find, a relic of the 1980s and 90s caffeine craze. Jolt Cola energized the caffeine-hungry crowd with its extra kick, but another drink offered a different kind of buzz in a more refined package. What set country club malt liquor apart in the 1970s, and how did it aim to redefine the malt liquor market?
Put your hand around a country club can. It's a great malt liquor you got.
Country Club Malt Liquor. Country Club Malt Liquor was a unique alcoholic beverage that found its heyday in the 1970s. It was marketed as more upscale, ritzy themed than other malt liquors, aiming to attract a sophisticated clientele. The packaging often featured gold and dark hues, conveying a sense of luxury. Country Club Malt Liquor was widely sold across the United States, particularly in liquor and convenience stores. It was priced competitively, generally costing $1 to $1.50 for a can or bottle. Despite its posh branding, the product was still a malt liquor, and its taste and high alcohol content made it appealing to a broader market, especially those looking for an affordable drink with a kick.
That's why we brew Country Club Malt Liquor. We put in less hops, so it's less bitter.
However, by the late 1970s and early 1980s, the allure of Country Club Malt Liquor began to fade as trends shifted and other malt liquors gained popularity. It eventually disappeared from store shelves, leaving a brief yet memorable imprint on the malt liquor scene of the 1970s.
Entonces, acábala con Tim. Tim es la bebida con Tim para la peor sed.
Team was a lemon-lime soda introduced by Pepsi Company in 1960. It was created to compete with popular brands like Sprite and 7-Up, offering a similar citrus flavor and a refreshing carbonated drink. Team became quite popular during its heyday, especially among people who preferred lemon-lime sodas. It was widely available across the United States and sold in grocery stores, gas stations, and vending machines. A can or a bottle of Team typically cost about the same as other sodas, around $1.
Nous avons demandé à des Québécois de goûter à Team.
Despite its initial success, Team struggled to maintain its market share against more established brands like Sprite. PepsiCo tried to promote Team, but by the late 1980s, it was discontinued in the United States and could not compete effectively. So, if Team, the once popular lemon-lime soda, couldn't hold its ground against established competitors like Sprite, what would it take for newer sodas like Bill's and Pap to break through in the cutthroat soft drink market?
Pop, con otro delicioso sabor pop y un alucinante color pop. Otra fantasía de Bills y Pap. Bills y Pap, yo quiero otro mundo.
Bill's and Pap. Bill's and Pap were vibrant, brightly colored sodas created by PepsiCo in the 1980s, designed to appeal to younger audiences with their fun branding and fruity flavors. Bill's was a red soda with a sweet cherry-like taste, while Pap had a citrus flavor, both aiming to capture the attention of kids and teenagers. The marketing was playful, with bold packaging that stood out on store shelves. These sodas were sold across the United States, available in grocery stores and vending machines, typically costing around $1 to $1.50 each. PepsiCo aimed to create a fun image for the drinks, featuring them in youth-oriented advertising campaigns. Notwithstanding their energetic marketing, Bill's and Pap struggled to gain a strong foothold in the competitive soft drink market. By the late 1980s, they began disappearing from stores as PepsiCo shifted focus to more popular brands.
Aspen is here, crisp and crystal clear. Aspen, the new soft drink with just a snap, a tantalizing snap of apple.
Aspen Soda. Aspen Soda was a unique apple-flavored beverage introduced by PepsiCo in 1978, aiming to offer something different from the usual citrus or cola sodas. It had a crisp apple taste with a hint of cinnamon, which gave it a distinctive flavor profile. Aspen was marketed as a refreshing alternative to other sodas, appealing to those seeking a fruitier and less traditional soda experience. Aspen Soda was sold in grocery stores, convenience stores, and vending machines across the U.S. It was priced similarly to other sodas, generally around $1 per bottle or can. Despite its innovative flavor, Aspen struggled to gain a solid foothold in the competitive soda market, where traditional favorites like cola and lemon lime dominated. By the early 1980s, Aspen Soda was phased out, as it needed to maintain a solid customer base.
We got the juice.
Slice. Slice was a line of fruit-flavored soft drinks launched by PepsiCo in 1984 to compete with popular lemon-lime sodas like Sprite and 7-Up. Slice offered a variety of flavors, including lemon-lime, orange, and fruit punch. It quickly became popular due to its range of flavors and the fact that it contained a small percentage of real fruit juice, a novelty at the time. Slice was sold across the United States in grocery stores and vending machines with a price similar to other sodas, typically around $1 to $1.50 per can or bottle. Its bright packaging and fruity taste made it a hit, with consumers looking for an alternative to traditional colas. Despite its initial success, Slice's popularity waned as the soda market evolved. In the early 2000s, PepsiCo replaced Slice with Sierra Mist, focusing more on the lemon-lime segment. Slice was eventually discontinued, although some flavors remained available in select markets longer. Slice made waves in the soda market with its unique fruit flavors. Another citrus drink aimed to stand out similarly. But could Kick, RC Cola's answer to Mountain Dew, find its place among the dominant soda brands?
The new hardcore Psycho Nitro drink in a can.
Kick. Kick was a citrus soda created by Royal Crown or RC Cola in the late 1960s to compete with the growing popularity of Mountain Dew. The drink was designed with a vibrant yellow-green color and a bold citrus flavor, aiming to attract the same crowd that enjoyed Mountain Dew's energetic and slightly rebellious vibe. Kick was sold across the United States in grocery stores and vending machines, usually priced at about the same rate as other sodas, typically around $1 to $1.50 per can or bottle. The marketing for Kick emphasized its citrus zing to carve out a spot in a competitive soda market dominated by more prominent brands. Despite breaking through, Kick struggled to gain traction against Mountain Dew's strong presence and loyal following. By the early 1970s, it had largely disappeared from store shelves, unable to compete with more established brands. Patio Diet Cola. Patio Diet Cola was introduced by Pepsi in 1963 as one of the first diet sodas on the market. It was part of Pepsi's effort to cater to health-conscious consumers who wanted a low-calorie alternative to regular cola. Patio Diet Cola had a light, cola-like flavor without sugar, appealing to those watching their weight or seeking a less sugary drink. The soda is widely sold across the United States in grocery stores and convenience stores with a price similar to other soft drinks, generally around $1 to $1.50 per can or bottle. Patio Diet Cola was among the first in a new wave of diet beverages, gaining popularity in the 1960s. Despite its initial success, Pepsi decided to rebrand Patio Diet Cola as Diet Pepsi in 1964, focusing on a simpler and more direct connection to the parent brand. The rebranding helped solidify Diet Pepsi's place in the market, making it one of the leading diet sodas.
Diet Pepsi, one small calorie, now you see it, now you don't.
Patio Diet Cola soon faded into history, overshadowed by the success of its successor, Diet Pepsi, which remains a staple in the diet soda category today.
Schaefer, like any fine beer, tastes wonderful in that first cold glass.
Schaefer Beer. Schaefer Beer was a classic American beer that gained popularity in the mid-20th century. It was known for its catchy slogan, "The one beer to have when you're having more than one," suggesting a light drinkable beer suitable for social gatherings. Schaefer was a staple in the 1960s and 70s, enjoyed at backyard barbecues, sports events, and neighborhood bars. It was widely sold across the United States in grocery stores, liquor stores, and gas stations, typically priced at around $1 to $2 per bottle or can.
A beer that good?
So come into the Schaefer Circle.
Despite its popularity, Schaefer Beer lost its market share in the late 1970s. The beer industry experienced significant changes, with larger breweries and new brands becoming more prominent. Schaefer needed help to keep up with shifting trends and consumer preferences, leading to a decline in sales. By the 1980s, Schaefer had largely faded from the beer scene, disappearing from store shelves and bar taps. The golden era of Schaefer beer dimmed, but could Gamblinger's beer, with its innovative approach to light beer, have offered a refreshing alternative to Schaefer's decline? Gamblinger's beer. Gamblinger's beer was an early attempt at creating a light beer introduced in 1967 by Rheingold Brewery. It was designed to appeal to health-conscious consumers who wanted a lower-calorie beer and less alcohol. Gamblingers used a unique brewing process to reduce the calorie content while maintaining a traditional beer flavor. It was a novel concept then, as most beers were full-bodied and high in calories. Gamblinger's beer was sold in select markets across the U.S., typically grocery and liquor stores. It was priced similarly to other beers, usually around $1 to $1.50 per bottle or can. Despite this innovative approach, Gamblingers failed to gain traction, partly because the market was still being prepared for light beer. The taste and marketing didn't resonate with the beer-drinking audience of the late 1960s. By the early 1970s, Gamblingers had faded from the market, unable to establish a strong following. However, its concept laid the groundwork for the light beer category, later gaining popularity with brands like Miller Lite and Bud Light. Apple beer. Apple beer was a non-alcoholic apple-flavored beverage that became popular in the 1960s. Despite its name, it wasn't beer in the traditional sense, but a carbonated apple drink with a similar bubbly texture and a sweet apple flavor. It was designed to appeal to those who enjoyed the refreshing soda fizz but wanted an alternative to colas and citrus drinks. Apple beer was sold in grocery stores and convenience stores across the United States, typically costing around $1 per bottle or can. The drink gained a following among those who appreciated its crisp apple taste, somewhat different from the usual soda offerings at the time. It was trendy at parties and family gatherings, serving as a non-alcoholic option that still felt festive. However, as the 1970s approached, apple beer began to lose popularity, facing competition from other fruit-flavored sodas and changing consumer tastes. By the mid-1970s, apple beer had largely disappeared from the market, becoming a nostalgic memory for those who enjoyed its unique apple flavor. But what kind of bold marketing move could a major soda brand like Coca-Cola take in the following decade to capture the interest of a new generation, using a digital icon as its centerpiece?
You're drinking Coke. Who's drinking Pepsi?
Max Headroom Coke. Max Headroom Coke was part of a marketing campaign by Coca-Cola in the mid-1980s that leveraged the futuristic and eccentric character Max Headroom. Created in the UK as a digital alter ego of actor Matt Frewer, Max Headroom became a cultural icon known for his pixelated appearance, rapid speech, and quirky style. Coca-Cola used Max Headroom to appeal to a younger, tech-savvy audience, positioning him as a symbol of modernity and innovation. The campaign began in 1986 and featured Max Headroom promoting New Coke, Coca-Cola's reformulation of its classic soda. He starred in a series of commercials that were bold and edgy, capturing attention with his distinctive persona. The ads ran on TV and in print, emphasizing that Coke was at the cutting edge of pop culture. Despite the high energy and creativity of the Max Headroom campaign, New Coke faced significant backlash from customers who preferred the original recipe. The marketing campaign eventually ended, along with New Coke, as Coca-Cola returned to its classic formula due to public demand. Pepsi AM. Pepsi AM was a unique version of Pepsi introduced in 1989, designed to be consumed in the morning as an alternative to coffee or tea. It contained more caffeine than regular Pepsi, aiming to those seeking a quick caffeine boost to start their day. Pepsi AM was an attempt to expand the idea of soda consumption into breakfast time, where coffee traditionally dominated. The drink was sold across the United States in grocery stores and convenience stores with a price similar to regular Pepsi, typically around $1 per can. Despite its extra caffeine and the novelty of a morning soda, Pepsi AM struggled to catch on. The concept of drinking soda in the morning didn't resonate with most consumers, who were more accustomed to coffee or tea for their morning caffeine fix. By the early 1990s, Pepsi AM had faded from store shelves, unable to shift consumer habits significantly. Its disappearance marks an exciting attempt by Pepsi to break into a new market, but ultimately, it couldn't compete with the established morning beverages. Pepsi AM remains a curious footnote in the history of soda, remembered for its bold idea that didn't entirely take hold.